Tenge, 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 tenge. Tenge, tenge, tenge. Tenge. Tenge, tenge, tenge. Tenge. Tenge, tenge, tenge. Tenge. If you can hear me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. If you can hear me, come on, get on up. We got something to talk about. Get on in here, my people. If this is your first time over here, please hit that follow button so that whenever we go live over here, you will be one of the first persons to get the notifications. Had a great conversation tonight with this lady right here, still standing, still serving, giving you facts, not fiction. And that person there is the candidate for Williamsburg County Clerk of Court, and that is Miss Staggers. Great conversation. We'll talk a little bit about that tonight. A lot of I'm here to tell the people of Williamsburg County that there's a lot of lies, there's a lot of half truths and rumors that's out there, and I doubt any of them have paperwork to back it up. I highly doubt that. I would challenge any of those ones who claiming they got paperwork to present that paperwork. If not, shut your mouth. Stop lying. So it is salute to anybody that signs up to do that. Signs up to do public service, opens themselves up. Open themselves up to the public in that way. And what they're doing over there is no less than just, it's pitiful, but that's politics, I guess. And being a public official, social media, I promise you it. And listen, if you want to talk, if you want to communicate with me, if you have some information that you think I'm missing out on, if you claim you got paperwork that says that what that article said about Ms. Staggers and that money is true, here is your opportunity to get on here. And because I spoke with her, I sat down, I spoke with her. You guys will see that interview in a little while. But in the meantime, please come on, let's talk. Come on board. There's a link in the description box. You see it when you look on Facebook, just click it, come on screen. I'm not talking to anybody that doesn't show their face. Okay, so if showing your face is going to be an issue, I'm not going to talk to you. Let me check the sound here. Sound is great. Sound is great. But get in here, bookers, and let's talk about the conversation I had tonight. But there's a lot of other things going on too. Let me talk about some of that too. I just want to talk about a bunch of stuff tonight. Again, make sure you go out and vote. Early voting in South Carolina through the 7th. And then the actual election is on June 11th. There's a lot of happened. Same type of situation where people were his opponent, not people, his opponent saying things that he's having to feel like he's got to defend himself. And I don't think it's a defense. I think it's just answering to what is being said, being alleged, and all of that good stuff. But I tell you what should be asked about is where is this thing at? Setting disabled while live layout. I'm trying to change this thing here under here that says Williamsburg County Clerk of Court. Well, I guess that's what we're talking about, so I'll just leave it there. That's one of the things we're talking about. But man, what these public officials, these people go through in these elected positions is crazy. Again, don't forget this June 15th, Father's Day weekend, Men's Accountability Rally. 1, 2, it's got 1 to 6. It's not going to be that long. It'll be 1 to 4, something like that. Definitely, Andrew's the podcast will be there. One of the hosts, but it's the community that's hosting it. So we want to get out there and have a good conversation, share some resources and the other things. But I need to get on in here.
Dear Georgetown County District 3 residents, are you ready for positive change in District 3? Meet Ernie Cooper, your dedicated advocate for a stronger, united community. Ernie Cooper is committed to unwavering integrity, ensuring that every decision made on the council reflects the values of our community. We want to hear from you. Ernie Cooper encourages you to submit your questions and concerns. Together, we'll build a council that truly represents the needs and aspiration of District 3, Georgetown County, where everyone plays a role. Ernie Cooper believes in fostering community involvement, ensuring that every citizen has a voice in shaping our future. We pledge transparency in every action. Ernie Cooper will keep you informed about decisions affecting our community, making sure you're always in the loop. Georgetown County thrives when everyone is equally represented. Ernie Cooper is dedicated to ensuring that every corner of District 3 has a say in the decisions that impact us all. Vote for Ernie Cooper, a leader with integrity, dedicated to communication, community involvement, and transparency. Together, let's build a Georgetown County Council that works for every resident. Your vote, your voice. Dear Georgetown County District 3 residents, are you ready for positive change in District 3? Meet Ernie Cooper, your dedicated advocate for a stronger, united community. Ernie Cooper is committed to unwavering integrity, ensuring that every decision made on the council reflects the values of our community. We want to hear from you. Ernie Cooper.
Are you tired of dealing with pesky cockroaches in your home or office? Look no further than our $200 German cockroach treatment. Our program is eco-friendly, safe for both children and adults, and will quickly eliminate any cockroaches present. Plus, our fast, effective service ensures that your property will be clean and free of any mess left behind. Don't wait until it's too late. Contact us today and enjoy a cockroach-free home or office. Are you tired of dealing with pesky cockroaches in your home or office? Look no further than our $200 German cockroach treatment. Our program is eco-friendly, safe for both children and adults, and will quickly eliminate any
Yeah, so any of those people, man, somebody get some of these people over here. If I need to go live another day and open up another live show so we can talk, and 'cause I think the people of Williamsburg County need to hear this conversation that I want to have with some of these folks alleging what they are alleging, or posting what they're posting, because they're going to say they're not alleging, it's somebody else, but it's being brought up. And I'm gonna tell you who really needs to have who needs some scrutiny and needs to be looked at. If you guys want to talk about theft, you probably need to look at the clerk before this one, the one that was in Williamsburg County. Um, that didn't come up tonight, but I had already had that information just in case it did. And because I after having this conversation with Miss, and again, lovely family, really nice people, and when you first meet people, sometimes you don't get you get a sense of who they are, but then I had some time today to sit down with them and talk, and I I mean, what's happening is wrong. It's unfair and it's wrong. Now, it's politics, and people will say that, hey, whatever is all fair because it's politics, and I get that sentiment. But just on a personal level, I having that conversation today, I realized one thing. That woman don't I don't that woman don't possess it in her to take that kind of chance, because just listening to her talk, because this lady works in the court system, so she see people get sent away for doing different things or whatever. um she didn't come across as that kind of an arrogant person. That's a high level arrogant person that works in the court system. And obviously in that article they talked about some of the ladies who were arrested. And for those of you in Williamsburg County having any doubts as to um, that situation, just look at the recent situation with the lady from the water department that got arrested for embezzling $150,000. So these folks don't have no problem locking people up that break the law. Okay. And again, if there was any laws broke, uh, the the former clerk of court would be in jail if she was probably still in office. But and it's sad, um, how weaselly, how much of little beta male weasels some of these attorneys are, and they use people to infect the community with ignorance and with lies. It's like people are. It's the negative bias. It's the more people are going to log on and check out this video because of the negative tone that I have in the title of this video. It's as if, like in Game of Thrones, like we wake up with violence, and violence is not always a physical thing. It's these attacks that um, you're alleging that somebody's stealing, when again I have a better understanding now because of the conversation that I had tonight with the clerk of court, as to what the situation was around that raise. Because one of the things I looked into and I asked about also was what is the average income of clerk of courts in the 46 counties in South Carolina, and I wanted to know where, um, Williamsburg County ranked. Now, me with a bunch of other people learned that they do, that office is actually two offices, right? Because if you go to, again, say Georgetown County, um, a lot of different counties, you'll find that the clerk's office and the deeds office, the titles and deeds offices, are two separate offices. So these people have to in Williamsburg County, they're balancing both. Because like I said, I asked about that the raise. Now we were clear that this person, she can't give herself a raise. That's just craziness. The whole, she gave herself a raise, and she went over counsel. Because one of the things that the people who are saying all this stuff and getting people all upset about money, that if there was money misappropriated, and there wasn't, that money wouldn't, that's still not money that's coming out of the taxpayers of Williamsburg County's pockets. And that's just the facts. Now, I'm not saying that to say, well, that's okay. No, she didn't do anything wrong. But if she did do anything wrong, it still wouldn't have affected the pockets of Williamsburg County. And that's a fact. So you best believe, if that lady had done anything inappropriate on a federal level, she would have been indicted. They would have loved to make an example of her. And some people were saying, I saw somebody online, and I'm not saying some of these people's names because they'll get the flagging and all this other crap. But there's a link in the description. Okay, there's the link in the description on Facebook, on Welcome to Andrews, the podcast, and on Jamal S. Richardson page, that if you want to talk about this, right, in an intelligent way, please click the link. I'm not talking to anybody that refuses to show their face, okay? And my comment section is open, okay? And so who's in there? There you go. What's going on, Miss Veronica? Yeah, I got a good feel for that lady today, for Miss Staggers today. Very passionate about what she's done. She's been doing that for 28 years in that clerk's office. And being close to local politics and hearing, going to these town hall meetings and hearing the way people talk to these public officials. First of all, elected officials are not just slaves. You don't own them. I've said for a long time, man, I can't do that. No, and I'm serious. I just, there's something in my personality. I don't know if it's a personality flaw or not, but I'm not. No, I'm not that tolerant of people, of adults. You know what I mean? If I was governing children or something like that, I'd probably be okay, because I'd have patience. I'd tell myself, those are children, and you should probably be patient with them. But and I hear people saying, well, $30,000, $30,000 is not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. Okay. And some people may say, well, that's not, I make about $30,000. Well, what do you do? Does your skill level say that you should make more than $30,000? Because if it doesn't, then what's the problem? And you can't be mad. I mean, you can be mad. Let me say that like that. You can be mad because somebody asked for a raise and they ask for more than what you think they should have. That's a you problem. And here's the thing about that. You can ask for anything. That doesn't mean that you're going to get it. So if there was an issue with her receiving the raise, they could have said no. Those people who she had to submit that paperwork to, they could have said no. Again, but I was digging into this, and I realized that because I wanted to ask Miss Staggers, but I didn't ask her. I just kind of figured it out for myself. Where is this coming from? Is this a coworker, disgruntled coworker? Where is this? It seems like like an inside attack. And come to find out, the old clerk who was she's been against this lady since she got into office, and she's been doing everything during each election cycle to try to get rid of her. Again, if there was any stealing done, why is it that these people don't want to talk about what that clerk did? And you guys know who you are. Again, there's a link in the description. I'm going to be on here for a while, so please come on, let's have a conversation, because what I've seen today was paperwork. Now, those who saying that they do the FOIA and all this other, you can repeat anything you hear, but now you're going to have to show and prove that paperwork. Otherwise, you're a liar. You're a hateful liar. You're going to have to produce the paperwork. I at a point during this interview, I felt bad, because I'm like, damn. I realized that this is a decent woman. This is a decent family. This is just a hardworking person. And this person's having to defend herself. And I'm in her house asking her these damn invasive questions. And she sat right there, and she endured that. Why? Because she wants to serve the people. I am not cut like that. That's why I love to be around these people. Hopefully some of that goodness will rub off on them. I don't like people like that, to the point to where I'm going to just continually take your take your abuse. I'm not going to do it. Me and the mayor talk, regularly, and I'm just, you hear people talk about sacrifice. You hear people talk about community service. You hear people talk about, but some of the people that's usually talking about it have no clue as to what it really is. Well, the price of freedom, Veronica, is that people can get on Facebook and say anything. We deal with a lot of folks make decisions based on friendships and based on anything except for what it should be based on. I mean, we know that. We see the town of Andrews has been that's why Mayor Frank McClary is so important, so vital to the survival of the town. Okay. And you in the situation there, we had somebody who just it's one thing to step out and say, okay, I want to do this. I want to be a part of this process. I'm putting myself out there. And it's a whole nother thing to be a damn puppet. Okay. And to be because when that's why I think this lady refused to debate Miss Staggers. I think they realized that, Miss Staggers is you can't argue with her record as to what she's already done there. So you can kick rocks with that one. You can't argue with her record. And so being that they can't argue with what she's done, and she's proud of her record. The lady's worked hard. She's proud of her record, and she should be. So you guys dig up a story from 2 years ago, right? That is the biggest nothing burger. She answers it in a way, and now she wants to, okay, let's go before the people and let's talk. Because that first debate, I was just watching from, from the I don't think that was, the optics of that thing was off. The optics of it was off. And it's usually those that's crying, oh, they doing stuff, they cheating, this and that. Those are the ones that's, again, digging down to find out where is this attack coming from? Where is this, you know what I mean? Who's behind it? And then you find these little slimy little lawyers, or a wannabe lawyer, and then a lawyer. Again, there's a link in the description box. Get on there if you disagree with me. Again, I'm not talking to you if you don't show your face. Comment section is open, of course. You see that. We keep that comment section open. And you got these people that will upset. Yeah, you know how sometimes they say leave well enough alone. Not sometimes. You know how they say leave well enough alone. In 28 years, you have to look at that now. 28 years. What other scandal has surrounded this lady name? Has there been a number of scandals? Because I mean, one thing about a thief, they gonna steal and they gonna continually steal until they get caught. Or they move on to another position in the case of the old, because she did what she did with that money. And they know that. She knows that. But they want to give off the perception that Ms. Staggers is lying. Nah, I didn't get that from that interview today. And the paperwork, again, either she's the damn best forger, one of the best forgers in the nation, or you fools are lying. So I want to see your paperwork because I've seen hers. It's not so much I want to see it. I want you to show the people who believe you. Your ameners, your likers, and all of that good stuff. But the floor is open right there. Go in the description of the title of the video, and you see at the bottom of it, there's a link right there. Click it. Come on. And I think it has to be. It has to be. I'm sitting here thinking, what motivates these people to want to keep doing this? You know what I mean? Because it ain't the financial reward is the steak is not worth. I mean, the steak is not worth the sizzle. Sorry, in my opinion. So I said, well, what? And I think and this is my assumption, that they really genuinely like helping people, and they will endure 5 assholes to help that one person that appreciates what they do, and let them know that they appreciate it. It's got to be that. And that's that. I mean, that lady been in the area for 28 years. And she was saying some things, we were, in a conversation off. A lot of the similarities. We in these different towns, these towns only have different names. A lot of the people are the same. A lot of the mentality is the same. The mentality toward elected officials is the same. Some of these people think that they own these elected officials. They think the elected officials are above, like they treat them like they're not human. And that's the part of that job that, I don't know. I could do that, man. Don't think I could do that one. No. My patience ain't that thing. But yeah, at a point in that conversation, I felt like, man, what the hell am I doing in these people's house, bothering these damn good people about this bull crap? I'm in these people's house interviewing this lady. But it's important, and I get it. But some of you people slinging these allegations about this lady got kids. I don't care that she's a public official. She's got children of age. And some of you son of a bitches do not care. You want to win so bad. You know what I mean? And then you got your little sleazy lawyers that sit in the background, and but I got a feeling she'll pop her head out in a little bit. Well, one was a lawyer, but now they're a surgeon or something. I don't know. But I still say, I would still say, I can't believe. And I'm thinking now as to about that part, and I know, because I mean, I ain't got to go at every Carolina hard, you know what I mean? But it's not on a personal level, you know what I mean? I think he's a horrible county councilman, and I'll say that until till the cows come home. But even in that money with the capital project sales tax in Georgetown County, and you notice that's quiet down. Even from that money from that 2014 capital project sales tax, I didn't say he stole the money. I just said they misused it, and that they did. That the hell they did. And I can say that about every Carolina, because I'm gonna play that video. Oh, I'll find it here. I got it somewhere up here. where they denied me access to film at a public meeting down in Sanford. A violation of my First Amendment rights. Absolutely. Hey, did you get have you guys gotten the numbers today for how many people went and voted in Georgetown County? Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go out and y'all vote. Georgetown, Williamsburg. Here, let me run through these flyers here real fast. Let me run through these flyers here real fast. Some banana cognac. Hope I need to change this. Let me change this up. Is that where I was? Yep. Kinda. And let me shout out to the SIS, the Sanford Community Group. They're having their second annual Juneteenth parade. Apparently, they're not having the same issues that Georgetown's having, trying to put on a Juneteenth parade. But Juneteenth, you see it right there, Saturday, June 15th, 1 p.m. in Sanford. It's going to be a parade. Vendors, $35 to enter the parade. Vendors, $70 after the deadline. I'm going to share it on my page, so y'all make sure y'all check it out. Yeah, that was interesting working with another content creator tonight. So let's see how that works out. Again, there it is right there.
Dear Georgetown County District 3 residents, are you ready for positive change in District 3? Meet Ernie Cooper, your dedicated advocate for a stronger, united community. Ernie Cooper is committed to unwavering integrity, ensuring that every decision made on the council reflects the values of our community. We want to hear from you. Ernie Cooper encourages you to submit your questions and concerns. Together, we'll build a council that truly represents the needs and aspiration of District 3, Georgetown County, where everyone plays a role. Ernie Cooper believes in fostering community involvement, ensuring that every citizen has a voice in shaping our future. We pledge transparency in every action. Ernie Cooper will keep you informed about decisions affecting our community, making sure you're always in the loop. Georgetown County thrives when everyone is equally represented. Ernie Cooper is dedicated to ensuring that every corner of District 3 has a say in the decisions that impact us all. Vote for Ernie Cooper, a leader with integrity.
Yeah, I had to, after that interview tonight, I had to come have me a drink. I just, because I'm politics, man, and it's how irresponsible people can be. Just a lot of damn questions in my head, man. I know criminals. That lady's not a damn criminal. She's not a damn criminal. That lady ain't got the heart to do that kind of crazy stuff. And in 28 years, the worst thing she's been accused of is giving herself a raise. Well, excuse me. Let me say that the correct way. Asking for a raise, asking for and receiving a raise. Have you guys who doing all this talking ever considered the fact that that Georgetown, that Williamsburg County district, the clerk of court and deeds office is all in one? Because the first time I talked to her, she was saying that, and I would hear her say that, and she would emphasize that. But I think she thought that everybody just kind of knew that. No, everybody don't know that. No, people don't realize that. I don't think people really get that. Oh, let me back that up. I don't think the people you got different people, right? You got non-informed know-it-alls. You got folks who, I don't care if you pour the facts, the truth on them. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. Okay. Their mindset, and they're gonna go about it the way they go about it, period. So we gotta figure out, and we gotta be smart enough to not waste a lot of time with those folks who aren't in search of facts. They aren't in search of the truth. They in their minds, they've made their minds up, and we gotta, and I guess I'm talking to myself more than anything, not waste so much time. But it's hard not to, because you want to hear people out, you want to listen, and so it's I don't know. But this is the kind of thing that makes me say, nah, I don't want to do politics. I'd rather stay over here and just kind of talk about politics and, do my duty and go vote and stay informed as much as possible. Because you have to ask yourself, how would you feel? And again, I'm thinking about if Yana was running for some type of office and somebody came in and interviewed her in here and in the house about something that, you know, alleged that she's involved in. I'm angry thinking about it, so I know. And what people got to do is start critically, just critically thinking. Think about things critically, like, and think about the source of the information, because that was my first question. Like, who is doing this? Who would why would somebody want to do this? Why would somebody want to put that out? Who would put that kind of narrative out there? First, I said, well, maybe it's uh, again, a disgruntled employee, somebody that got fired from the office that um, decided to do that. But that wasn't the case. But it's a great interview. I don't know if one of you guys see it before I see it. Please tag me in it. But I was honored to do it. I didn't know would feel this way about it afterward. I really felt bad that, damn. I mean, it just hit me like, this lady ain't steal nothing. This lady is, and just sit there and see innocent people defend themselves, as just bothers me sometimes. Having to defend themselves against the lies, and how dangerous these political things are, man. They literally have a program in Williamsburg County that people pay for. Go look up home title lock. Hold on a second. This thing that I'm pulling up here, right? This lady who they lying on, literally brought this program to Williamsburg County, because we always talk about, how our people land got stole back in the day, and well, that stuff happens today, and um, here is the company that I'm familiar with. Here's the company that I'm familiar with right here, and it's called Home Title Lock. Let's see. Let me go to it. See if we can pull it up. Home Title Lock site, and this is look, coverage plans. This is something that people pay for monthly to protect the title of their home and the citizens of Williamsburg County. It was created. You want somebody like that doing what they're doing. I don't even know where this other lady's background. I think it's in administration, as a principal, as a somewhere in the school system. And my question is, did she renew her contract this year? Because I know they have to renew their contracts every year. Did she renew it, and gonna tell them, an answer? I don't know. How does that work? Anybody in the teaching profession, when do you guys have to renew your contract? Is it at the point, we're at the end of the year, so did you already do that for next year, or is this something that comes up now? If any educators who work on contract, please give me some insight on that. Babysitting 2 and 3 shots. I'm gonna show you how to turn it up a notch. A pool full of liquor and dive in it. Again, look at this home title lock. Go look it up for yourself. But if you're in Williamsburg County and you got some property, you can protect your property for free. And what it is that I can go in there and do paperwork on your property. And if I bring in the proper paperwork, there's nothing they can do at the office except file it. But if you are a part of this program, and again, she's going to give you more detail when that interview drops. If you're a part of that program, and I go in there and try to do something with your title, they get you get alerted and now you go to jail for trying to steal your property. And I really hope you understand how significant that is. What is that? Shots start to take effect. Here, let me run over here to TY and see if he posted that yet. He should have already posted it. It shouldn't have took that long. Probably. Let me not talk too much. All right, let me look it up then. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Good morning, Sandy.
Nah, cuz I ain't trying to hit all that. I ain't trying to see all that, cuz I'm just trying to see if you did that yet, homeboy. I don't see it. I guess we're waiting. Well, it's not up there yet, so it'll be up there. So, this is to you guys. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, we don't. So, all of you coming over to Welcome to the podcast, please hit the follow button so that we can continue to grow this audience. Yeah, we can continue to grow this audience and bring information to those who want it. Everybody's not wanting of it, so but definitely it needs to be there for those who want it and they're using it. Again, this June 15th, Father's Day weekend, we're calling all fathers, all future fathers, and anybody else. Come on out there. Free community event, resources, kids, activity, free food, and more. June 15th from 1 to 4. It's going to be hot. At 6 p.m. It's going to be hard. Men's Accountability Rally. So, and I'm going to say this right here. Okay? I'm going to say this right. Let me figure out where I'm at, 48. So I can cut it out because I want to run this back. This dang boy. I think sometimes when people when I think there's always learning to be done. There's always a learning process. You can always learn from things, no matter how dark. Um, I'm reminded of this quote: "Nothing is as good as it seems, and nothing is as bad as it seems. But somewhere in between, reality falls." And what I take that to mean is, don't get too high and don't get too low. in any yes, ma'am, in any situation. You want to, in victory, don't get too excited, because the reality is, that's not the end all be all. And don't get too low, because that's not the end all be all. Battery exhausted. What? Okay, hold on. That doesn't happen often. Let me figure out what's going on with my battery here on my camera.
Dear Georgetown County District 3 residents, are you ready for positive change in District 3? Meet Ernie Cooper, your dedicated advocate for a stronger, united community. Ernie Cooper is committed to unwavering integrity, ensuring that every decision made on the council reflects the values of our community. We want to hear from you. Ernie Cooper encourages you to submit your questions and concerns. Together, we'll build a council that truly represents the needs and aspiration of District 3, Georgetown County, where everyone plays a role. Ernie Cooper believes in fostering community involvement, ensuring that every citizen has a voice in shaping our future. We pledge transparency in every action. Ernie Cooper will keep you informed about decisions affecting our community, making sure you're always in the loop. Georgetown County thrives when everyone is equally represented. Ernie Cooper is dedicated to ensuring that every corner of District 3 has a say in the decisions that impact us all. Vote for Ernie Cooper, a leader with integrity, dedicated to communication, community involvement, and transparency. Together, let's build a Georgetown County Council that works for every resident. Your vote, your voice. Dear Georgetown County District 3 residents, are you ready for positive change in District 3? Meet Ernie Cooper, your dedicated advocate for a stronger, united community. Ernie Cooper is committed to unwavering integrity, ensuring that every decision made on the council reflects the values of our community. We want to hear from you. Ernie Cooper encourages you to submit your questions and concerns. Together, we'll build a council that truly represents the needs and aspiration of District 3, Georgetown County, where everyone plays a role. Ernie Cooper believes in fostering community involvement, ensuring that every citizen has a voice in shaping our future. We pledge transparency in every action. Ernie Cooper will keep you informed about decisions affecting our community, making sure you're always in the loop. Georgetown County thrives when everyone is equally represented. Ernie Cooper is dedicated to ensuring that every corner of District 3 has a say in the decisions that impact us all. Vote for Ernie Cooper.
I don't know why it mutes that mic like that. But anyway, I was saying something about candidate Cooper. I'm inspired by his campaign for a couple different reasons. I'm gonna share them with you right now. It's late in this video, so I figure I can say this. A lot of the folks who I thought I was just sure were going to support him have been disturbingly quiet. And despite that, this man's run a hell of a campaign. Some of the folks who, I would have just assumed that it would have been a natural thing to donate to his campaign and support him in that way or some way. The number of preachers that are out front, I don't see a lot of it. And, maybe it's because they don't use social media as much. I don't know. But I just want him to know that I see you, brother. And just keep on fighting, man. I hope. And again, maybe I don't know. Maybe he sees something different, but there's just some people who I thought were going to be right there for him, and they not. I don't know if it's because I don't know what the reason is, but I suspect that once he wins this office, I think he's going to see a side of these people that's going to be kind of shocking to him. Or maybe he, but yeah, I'm gonna put that out there like that. You would have thought. You know what I'm saying, Veronica? I mean, it was all political before, it was all good just a week ago. And it was all in there, everything going on, But despite that, the man has done a great job, and I think he's gonna fare well, and then we'll see. My brother. Yeah, but I like these numbers right here. I like that Andrews is coming out. I like those numbers.
Here's how your tax money is misappropriated in Georgetown County, SC. Part 1.
2014 Capital Project Sales Tax Referendum.
1. Winnaya Bay Dredging. $6 million.
2. Morels Inlet Dredging. $8,129,629.
Plus. A disposal site preparation. $2,300,000.
3. Andrews Fire/Police Complex. $3 million.
4. Fire stations.
$1,500,000.
Road resurfacing projects $8,912,550. These were estimates that totaled $28,212,550. Note no experts
They
were ever
actually
consulted in
collected
gathering the estimates.
$41 million through CSTP over a 4-year period,
which gave them $12,787,450. Above what was to be collected. Please hit the like button to hear how this money was illegally dispersed.
So when I heard that young lady make mention of the possibility of a capital project sales tax in Williamsburg County, I'm guys, I am 2 years immersed in hold on. So when we talking about capital project sales tax, when she said that, I was just like, oh, no, not another one. When I tell you I've studied the laws on capital project sales tax, this is the court case. This is in the Court of Common Pleas in the Fifth Judicial Circuit, and this is South Carolina, state of South Carolina, Georgetown County, Town of Andrews plaintiff versus Louis Morant as chairman of Georgetown County Council and Georgetown County Council defendants. And this is surrounding the 1 cent penny sales tax. This is the actual court case. If you want to see it, I definitely share it with you. I probably could read it. I probably could repeat it to you verbatim. Okay. Then, and these documents have been in here somewhere where I could grab them and read because that's the issue that really brought me into this space is this 1 cent capital project sales tax. Now, I've said this a million times. I believe that the capital project sales tax is a great tool for counties to really, power up their counties, to do some really magnificent things. The problem is the folks in charge of it. Okay. The first time Georgetown County did it in 2014, it was a mess. Okay. And I've been following this thing again. Probably, that now you want to talk, we could talk about some capital project sales tax, right? Because in 2014, the council came to Georgetown County and said, hey, look, guys, we got these 5 projects right here, and here's what it's going to cost to have those projects done. You see them right there on the board. When y'all dredging $8 million, excuse me, $6 million, and this whole story behind that. But these numbers equal $28 million that you're looking at right here. What they ended up collecting with the penny sales tax was $41 million. So there was more than enough money to complete the projects. And as this paperwork, which one is this? This is what I call the illegal ordinance, right? This is an ordinance allocating the remaining 2014 capital project sales tax supplies proceeds for capital project sales, capital projects, and other matters relating thereto. Now, the reason why I say this is an illegal document, and this is the document, this is why that court case has been in the system now for over 2 years, and they won't bring it to trial, because if, believe me, if the county of Georgetown had Andrews in the wrong, that thing would come to trial. But there's a whole bunch of politics behind that. All right, here is the all right, it's two different documents. All right, here is ordinance 2014-28, and this is the ordinance governing the capital project sales tax and the spending of it. Now, the reason why I brought up Miss Rouse, and she brought it up, when she was talking in that video about DP Cooper, is because I want you guys to know that I've learned that it's not as simple as she made it sound. Like, you just it's a good idea. It's a great idea. It's a great economic booster. It's a great way to get a lot of these projects that people have to get done. But there's a process to that. And if you don't follow that process, you end up in court, like the town of Andrews is sitting with a half completed town hall, right? And having the citizens, it took a year for me to get the citizens to realize, and that's just your everyday person to realize, because it was all, well, why is Andrews, they started building that building and they didn't have enough money to build it. The folks who the tax money came out of their pockets did not even understand where that money came from. So you had citizens of Andrews looking at town hall, and the truth is that building can sit there forever and it won't cost the town of Andrews nothing, because the money to build that building came from the 2014 capital project sales tax. Okay. And instead of spending that money according to the way the ordinance said it was done, they did not do that. Thus, we are in court right now. So I'm saying that to say these politicians will hear things. If I'm going to tell you about the capital project sales tax, I'm going to tell you about the process for us to get there, right? You talking about if somebody's promising you something from the capital. Let's just take, for instance, this past round of project sales tax that they came up with in Georgetown County. If they do that, you won't see any money until 2028, 2020. It's going to take time to collect this money. So just be aware of that. Be conscious of that. And if you got any questions about capital project sales tax, ask me. I could tell you. I'm ready to go to trial with that right now, almost. So all of the main issues usually get overshadowed. Here's another situation in Andrews right here, in the Andrews area, where the ambulance situation, and that's another hotbed situation in Williamsburg County. The amount of ambulances, but ain't nobody talking about that. But you're talking about somebody asking for a receipt, or asking for a raise. This is crazy. Like, come on, man. But again, here are situations. Here are things that we've been covering, that I've been screaming for a year. I've been showing this thing here over a year now. But let them accuse somebody of stealing some money, and because I already told you, that's why I'm not even running, because I know what I'm gonna do when I get in there. Y'all budget is $2 million. It just went to 1.5. Again, we got serious issues in the town of Andrews. This right here affects Williamsburg County too, on that county line road. That's why that District 3 race is so important, because if we can get that side of the county and this side of the county working together, maybe we could pull something off. And here's a situation where you guys see the pictures right there. This is actual wreck footage, and this is the intersection of Martin Luther King Jr. Drive and County Line Road, right there by Ebenezer Church. Okay, and if you go out there and sit tonight, go out there and sit a couple hours just at that intersection, you'll watch 18 wheelers just cars just so there's enough real issues. And then when you got somebody in place that's already fighting for these things, that's out here on the front line doing what they're supposed to be doing, advocating for the people to bring about changes in these different things, and then you got somebody that just comes along, and a couple people that come along and want to interrupt that. Here, right here, that project sales tax money that I'm telling you about, there's your governor, South Carolina Governor McMaster's at Horry Georgetown Tech. They gave some of that money to the college. Now, there's nowhere in that ordinance, those ordinances that I got there, there's nowhere in there that where the people said, hey, look, this is what we want. So just because politicians say things, it's not always thing. Here's some of the more that unapproved money that they spent with the and these are facts. See, this is what the freedom of information. This is how you use that. Okay, because some of the stuff that these people talking about, they FOIA, and you can't FOIA that. But this type of information right here, come on, man. Unapproved projects with the 2014 capital project sales tax. Remember, I told you the illegal ordinance that I said, the ordinance that I felt like that's illegal. Coastal Carolina, Georgetown Economic Development. What you don't see on here is them funding bass tournaments and all of this stuff. Now, if I'm lying, you could just easily prove that, but they know what time it is. Yeah, this is definitely, I'm going to be starting a class on this right here, emotional intelligence. It's enough to go around. Yeah. And I mean, not only are, you got concerns about the things that I showed you in Andrews, you got concerns throughout this county council at Georgetown County they are, it ain't, black people is bad. No, listen.
Good evening. My name is Cindy Person. I am legal counsel for Keep It Green Advocacy. We are a public interest law firm that often represents folks who speak at public meetings. This evening at County Council, there was the final vote on a proposed ordinance number 2243, and we expressed our opinion that there are grave constitutional concerns about that. It's a 3-page document that is single-spaced, so there's lots of language that we think impinges on the First Amendment and the Due Process Clause. And as far as I understand, the ordinance was just passed and will be implemented at some point in the near future. So we're exploring our options. Thank you.
There are some real issues. Okay, there's issues of like they're limiting free speech in Georgetown at the Georgetown County Council. Okay, the very thing that I told you guys that, and I'll find that video here shortly, where I recorded it where Everett Carolyn, when I'm outside doing a wrap up piece, to kind of explain why I did not record at that event. And here this guy comes over to where I'm at, and that's when I realized, man, I got to chill out because this thing can get bad for me. I can get crazy. But here we go.
Hi, my name's Angela Bass. I live in North Litchfield Beach. I have great concerns about the ordinance that was passed, 2243. Regrettably, when looking back at previous minutes and agenda items, it was presented first to council in December 13th. Yet there was no hyperlink so that no citizen could pull up the 3-page document that discussed penalties and punishments for citizens who presumably have gotten out of line when trying to state their opinion at a county council meeting. Additionally, the minutes that said the presentation of the ordinance to be read for the first time never appeared in the actual minutes of what happened during the council meeting, which would imply that perhaps the first reading did not meet the measure and the letter of the law. It certainly doesn't meet the spirit of the law. There's a lot to be said and a lot of freedom to punish people if they misspeak when they come to a council meeting, and I find that very concerning for every citizen of Georgetown County.
Thank you, ma'am.
Council meeting, and I find that very concerning for every citizen of Georgetown County.
But does every citizen of Georgetown County find that interesting enough to be concerned? Like I said, there's real issues. And then you got these folks who want to become a part of the process with lies, with foolishness, man. Just straight up and down foolishness. Again, we're in these people's house, and I'm just like, man, I don't know if I had that much. I don't know if I care that much about what the hell people think. Especially when I got the paperwork right here, and I'm, like, and then you always got to consider where the message is coming from. Okay? You got to consider where the message is coming from. And it's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. That's the whole other part. It's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. All right, this drink is starting to set in now, and I'm wanting to say something that I probably better not say. Okay. But what I will say is continue to go early vote. Again, thank you to the Staggers family tonight. TY News, Christian TY News. How does that go? Christian News TY. Thank you for the opportunity. Williamsburg County. If you got any questions, ask me. I'll try them out to the best of my ability, find out the answers, factual answers. Now, if you don't like the answer, I don't got nothing to do with that, but it's going to be factual. So, but I was hoping to get some of these Christian News TY, no doubt. I was hoping the sleazy lawyer comes on it, and he's watching. His little sleazy ass watching. Sleaze bag, dude. Because you're doing this stuff cowardly. And it's sad when your puppet can't even carry the damn message. So you got to carry the message for them. Like, obviously, they couldn't carry it. You know what I mean? And so all of a sudden now they became this great writing force. I'm like, this is Edgar Allan Poe. You know what I mean? But Now I have a better understanding of where this is coming from. Again, if you want to throw allegations of criminal activity, you guys missed that. That was your last clerk. And it's just, and that's what I found out. So bring your paperwork. Other than that, shut your damn mouth, because you just in the damn way. You're jealous, you're mad, and it's not fair to people who, it's not even fair to the people who believe in you. You know what I mean? Have some kind of moral compass about yourself, some kind of moral standard. It's crazy. Yeah, that's something that again, shout out to all the they need to have a elected official day, because not for that little bit of money. I'll give them something to talk about. I'll give them something to talk about. Anyway, y'all, I out y'all.